Trump touted diplomacy as he announced on Wednesday that the US and Iran are having some really good talks. He indicated that a deal is near and both sides are reviewing the peace proposals.
But with that being said, they want to make a deal. We've had very good talks over the last 24 hours, and it's very possible that we'll make a deal.
Mr. President, thank you, Mr. President. Good to see you.
When pressed on Iran's nuclear program, Trump vehemently repeated that he won't let Iran have nuclear weapons. Adopting a softer tone towards the Iranian regime, Trump called the Iranians proud people. The United States president said that even though Iranian people are tough, we would want them to keep alive.
And I said, I hate to do this, but we have to make an excursion down to Iran because we can't let them have a nuclear weapon. Look, and this is very simple. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon because as tough as they are, we want to keep them alive. We want to keep all of you alive. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon, and they won't. And they've agreed to that, among other things.
However, Trump did not give a timeline to the deal, but he was very much optimistic upon a quick resolution to the ongoing conflict. United States military has also paused Project Freedom, as Trump said he was in productive talks with Iran. The Project Freedom was launched on May 4th. It aimed to rescue stranded ships from the Strait of Hormuz that have been there ever since the start of the war between US and Iran. As reported by CNN, the United States and Iran are moving closer to an agreement on a short memorandum. The one-page memorandum would declare an end to the conflict. The MO would then grant a 30-day period resolving nuclear demands, uranium enrichment, and negotiating security in the Strait of Hormuz. In a statement to PBS News, Trump told that the terms of deal with Iran would include Tehran shipping its enriched uranium stockpile to the US. The president also informed that it would also mean Tehran not using its underground nuclear facilities. As per Iranian media, Tehran is still reviewing the terms of the peace deal. It would convey its response to Pakistan. Pakistan has been mediating between the US and Iran since the inception of the ceasefire. In another critical development, Iran's foreign minister, Arakchi, visited Beijing. After the meeting with Wang Yi, China stated that the Strait of Hormuz should be reopened for all without any underlying conditions or sanctions. China said that it would continue to work toward de-escalation of the US-Iran conflict. Iran's visit to China comes before Trump's scheduled meeting with Xi on May 14th to 15th, 2026. It can be presumed that China has pressed Iran into ending hostilities with US and restoring Hormuz's security for all. The Hormuz security is vital for Asian markets, especially China and India. Iran has closed the Strait of Hormuz for all commercial ships after the US attacked Iran on February 28, 2026. In response to the closure, the US Navy implemented a naval blockade on all Iranian ports in Hormuz, drastically hitting the Iranian economy. US economic fury has caused Iran's oil export sector a loss of around $4.8 billion. The US naval blockade is reportedly causing Iran to lose $500 million per day. The strait, being the primary route of oil and gas exports from all Gulf nations, has driven oil prices to as high as $125 per barrel of oil. The world desperately awaits a lasting deal between the US and Iran, as the ongoing conflict has choked oil supply and crushed global economies across all major sectors. However, nuclear disarmament remains the bone of contention between the two nations. With Iran's rigorous stand on having a nuclear program and Trump's resolve to crush it at all costs, the fate of a peace deal lingers in suspense.